this is the second time we've gone through the rankings. The first time was well over a year ago, so obviously the rankings have changed since then. Before we get into the video, I'm going to pop a piece of chewing gum into my mouth. I did pick the extra spearmint with the letter L on for a reason. Maybe that's the first initial of my name. Maybe. Some of you know my name, some of you don't, so I ain't gonna tell you, you have to figure it out yourself. So, popping a piece into my mouth now. Spearmint, lovely. Okay. So, UFC, obviously, some of you may not know, stands for Ultimate Fighting Championship. It is the sport where such stars as Conor McGregor were made, and plenty of others, but a lot of them you wouldn't have heard of if you don't follow the UFC. Conor and Ronda Rousey as well, another name you will have heard of, more than likely. Okay, let's get into this video, guys. We're going to start with the flyweight division, which is their lightest weight in UFC, for the men anyway. We'll come back to the pound for pound division, which is the overall who is the best in any division, so I think that's the rankings for that pound for pound. But we'll start off with flyweight. I need a haircut, that's why I've got the hat on. Anyways, the champion at flyweight division is Brandon Moreno, and he had 2 fights against Davison Figueiredo. The first was a great fight, and I thought Moreno won it. But Davison Figueiredo was the champion, he retained the title. They re-fought a second time, and Moreno took the title from Figueiredo. Ranked first, because your champion is the top, then you got 1, 2, and on. Ranked first is Davison Figueiredo to Askar Askarov. 3, Alexander Pantoja. 4, got Alex Perez. In at 5, Joseph Benavidez. Number 6, Brandon Royval. I like this guy's name, who's number 7. We have Kai Kara France. What a cool name. Not only is he named after like one of the great shows on Netflix, they made Cobra Kai, he's then named after France as well, a whole country. Wow. Number 8, Rogerio Bontorin. Now some of these, as you go down the divisions, I've not heard of, because I don't watch a lot of flyweight apart from the top guys. So Rogerio Bontorin, I've not seen him. Number 9, Matt Schnell. Number 10, Tim Elliott. Number 11, David Dvorak. Number 12, Matthias Nicolau. I don't know how to say this bloke's name. Number 13, Sumaderji. You don't even have a first name, I don't think, but Sumaderji. Number 14, Amir Albazi. And number 15 in the flyweight is Tyson Nam. We now move on to the bantamweight. Now this is this division, their champion. Not a lot of people are too happy with him. So here's what happened. The champion currently is Aljamain Sterling, and I liked Aljo. That's his sort of nickname for sure. Let's move this light a bit closer. I was a big fan of Aljamain Sterling. He beat Corey Sandagan and got the fight with Piotr Jan, who was the then champion, Polish champion. And in the fight, Piotr Jan was battering Aljamain Sterling. He was beating him hands down. And he threw an illegal knee. It was illegal, no doubt about it. Now, in a lot of cases, it'd be docked to points. The referee said, okay, that's 2 points gone or whatever. The ref asked Sterling how he was. Now, to everyone else, he seemed fine, like he could carry on. He said he couldn't carry on. Now, once a fighter says that, if there's been an illegal blow thrown, like a knee to the head, if the other bloke says, no, I can't carry on, then they win the fight. Now, bear in mind, he was getting battered, hands down, he was losing the fight in every which way. Jan was beating him up, taking him down at will. So Sterling says, I can't carry on. And he won the belt that way. And nobody is cool about it at all. It's ridiculous. So ranked number 1 we have Piotr Jan. Ranked 2, now this is controversial, we have TJ Dillashaw. He's had one fight, just one, in the last 2 years because he was banned for taking illegal substances. In his first fight back, he fought the bloke who was then ranked 2. He came straight back and fought Corey Sandagan, who was ranked 2nd, who was due to take on the winner of Piotr Jan and Aljamain Sterling. TJ beat Sandagan and moved up to 2nd, despite just returning from a drug ban. So in at number 3, we have Corey Sandagan. Number 4, Rob Font, who is a good up-and-coming fighter. Number 5, the man who, when I first seen him fight, he was taking on Conor McGregor. I got out of watching UFC for a while. And then Conor McGregor was taking on Jose Aldo. I got into the hype of it all. And I watched the fight for about 30 seconds. And then Conor knocked out Aldo. But yeah, Aldo was making a push at bantamweight. Or flyweight, is that what we're on? Bantamweight, sorry. Jose Aldo is number 5. Number 6, Marlon Reyes. Number 7, Cody Garbrandt. Number 8, Frankie Edgar. Number 9, Pedro Munoz. Number 10, Dominic Cruz. He was a great champion back in the day. Getting a bit older now. Number 11, Mirab Devishli. Number 12, Rafael Assunção. Number 13, Jimmy Rivera. 14, Marlon Vera. And number 15, Cody Starman. So there's a lot more names in that division that I know, as opposed to the flyweight division. Again, another controversial division for me. Alexander Volkowski is the current champion. He's Australian. Now that's not controversial, in fact he's Australian. No, what is controversial is he took the title from a great champion in Max Holloway. But in the first fight, they've had 2 fights so far. The first fight, I felt, okay, Volkowski was the better fighter, but I didn't think if Holloway come out a bit better, then he'd have won the fight. I think fair enough, Volkowski won the second fight. Holloway won the fight, but did not get the title back, which not a lot of people understood. Volkowski Volkowski. He's already beaten Ortega in the past, and I feel he beat Volkowski the second time round. So ranked number 2 is Brian Ortega. Number 3, Yair Rodriguez. Number 4, Chan Sung Jung, or the Korean Zombie as he's better known. Number 5, Calvin Cater. He had a war of a fight with Max Holloway, and he should have been stopped way early because Holloway was beating him up for fun. Number 6, Arnold Allen. 7, Josh Emmett. 8, Dan Ige. He lost to Korean Zombie recently. Number 9, Edson Barboza. Number 10, Giga Chikadze, I think. Number 11, Bryce Mitchell. I watched him on the Ultimate Fighter a couple of years ago. Number 12, Sadiq Yusuf. 13, Movsar Evelev. 14, Shane Burgos. And 15, Elia Taburia. So there's a few people I haven't heard of, but a few very well known names. Next we have the lightweight division. The current champion is Charles Oliveira. If you've heard of Conor, you've heard of Khabib. If you've heard of Khabib, you'll know he stepped down, he walked away from the UFC, semi-retired, gave up the title. So Dustin Poirier had the chance to go for the title, but he took a second fight with Conor McGregor. That meant the title was up for grabs. It was up for grabs anyway. And the fight was between Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler, who'd only had one fight in the UFC before this. And that was against Dan Hooker. So Charles Oliveira beat Michael Chandler despite Chandler rocking Oliveira early. And Charles, the Bronx, Oliveira is the current lightweight champion in the UFC. Dustin Poirier is ranked second and should be fighting Oliveira for the title after beating Conor a second time. But Dustin is looking at Nate Diaz currently, by all accounts. Ranked at number 3 is Justin Gaethje. So he's ranked number 2, my bad. He hasn't fought since he lost to Khabib. Number 3 is Beneil Dariush, who I think will have to step up to fight Oliveira if Poirier decides to go with Nate Diaz. Number 4, Michael Chandler. Number 5, Islam Makhachev, who is like the cousin, I think, of Khabib and the up-and-coming bloke in the division. Number 6, Tony Ferguson, who unfortunately he's on a bit of a downward curve at the minute. He's lost a few fights over the last few years. Number 7, RDA, Rafael dos Anjos. Number 8, Dan Hooker, who lost the fight to Chandler first time out. Number 9, Conor McGregor, who I've lost a lot of love and respect for the last year. Number 10, Gregor Gillespie. Number 11, Kevin Lee. I believe he's fighting this weekend or in the next couple of weeks at least. Number 12, Diego Ferreira. Number 13, Brad Riddell. 14, Rafael Viziev. 15, Arman Tarushkin. I think that's a Tarushkin. I'm not too sure how to say that correctly, I apologise. and centre. He's beaten George Masvidal twice. He's beaten Gilbert Burns. He beat Tyron Woodley for the title. He's beaten Colby Covington, and he's got a fight against Colby, a second fight in November. Should be a great fight. Ranked first is Colby. He's taking on Usman for the title next. Gilbert Burns is ranked second. He's coming off a win against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Leon Edwards, who's just from down the road from me, is ranked third. Number 4 is Vicente Luque. I think he'll be the next one to get a title shot after his recent win. Number 5 is Wonderboy Thompson. Luque recently beat Michael Chiesa. 6 is George Masvidal. Yep, George, who beat Nate Diaz for the BMF title. 7, Michael Chiesa. 8, Neil Magny. 9, Bilal Mohammed, who recently lost. Well, he was in a fight with Leon Edwards and there was an eye poke and the fight got called off. 10, Jeff Neal. 11, Damian Maia, who I think is about ready to retire. 12, Li Jinglang, I think that's how you say it. 13, Santiago Ponzinibbio, or Ponzinibbio. 14, Sean Brady. 15, Muslim Salikov. Middleweight, and one of the most entertaining up-and-comers. I say he's up-and-coming, he's like 30 now, so he should already be there really. And your middleweight champion is Israel Adesanya. Great fighter. He's beaten everyone put in front of him apart from when he tried to go a weight class and he took on Blachowicz. That didn't go too well. But he's the champion of middleweight. His next fight is going to be Robert Whitaker, who he beat once before for the title. Ranked first is Whitaker. Second is Paulo Costa, who Adesanya also beat. Third is Jared Cannonier, who fights tomorrow, I believe. Fourth is Marvin Vittori, who Izzy beat last time out. 5, Derek Brunson. 6, Jack Hermanson. 7, Liverpool's own Darren Till. 8, Sean Strickland. 9, Calvin Gastelum. Now Gastelum, he fights tomorrow against Cannonier. And Gastelum, he had a fight with Israel Adesanya, and what a war that was, it was great. 10, Uriah Hall, who recently lost to Sean Strickland, I think it was. 11, Edmund Shabazian. 12, Chris Weidman, who had that horrible leg break. Like his leg just went, it was like that, it bent like that, oh, it was horrible to see. 13, Brad Tavares. 14, Kevin Holland, who looked good, but he's lost his last 2 fights against Vittori, and who else did he lose to? Derek. Then 15, Andre Muniz. Next, we're on to getting onto the big boys now. We're on to the light heavyweights. And the light heavyweights in the champion is currently Jan Blachowicz, who beat what's your name? Dominic Reyes for the vacant title after John Jones vacated the title to go to heavyweight. He basically said, look, I need to go and put some weight on to take part in the heavyweight division, so I'm giving up the title. So he's undefeated still at light heavyweight. But the champ is Jan Blachowicz, the Polish hammer. In ranked first is Glover Teixeira, who's taking on Jan Blachowicz next. I think Jan wins that. But this one, ranked number 2. I've only seen him fight once. He is bloody impressive. He's Yuri Prohashka. I think he's Romanian. I could be wrong. Or is he Alexander Rakic. 4, Thiago Santos, and he is taking on Johnny Walker next. 5, Dominic Reyes. Now, if anyone has beaten John Jones in the last few years, the nearest one to do it was Dominic Reyes. He should have won the fight, but he got knackered going into the last round, the 5th round of the fight, and Jones was able to convince the judges that he was the winner. Number 6, Anthony Smith. Number 7, Magomed Ankalaev. Number 8, Volkan Oezdemir. 9, Nikita Krylov. 10, Johnny Walker. Now Johnny Walker had a fight a couple of years ago, and he won the fight. And in celebration, he did like this thing where he basically did a face plant in the octagon. Problem was, he dislocated his shoulder when he fell and was out for 6 months or so. Number 11, Ryan Spann. Number 12, Scotland's Paul Craig. 13, Misha Serkinov. 14, Jimmy Crute. And 15, Jamal Hill. I've never heard of him, I've got to be honest. Now, we're not going to do the women's divisions because there's only 3 people you'll probably know. Amanda Nunes, Rose Namajunas, and Valentina Shevchenko. It's pretty much pointless going through the women's divisions other than that. And that's no disrespect, just I don't know half of them myself. We've got the heavyweight division for the men now. And we have a big Frank, he's the champ, Francis Ngannou, who defeated Stipe in their second fight to win the title. But the interim champion is Cyril Gane. So Francis was meant to take on Derek Lewis and defend his title. Francis said, I'm not ready, I need a training camp. The UFC said, well, we need a fight, so they put on Cyril Gane v Derek Lewis for an interim title. The idea is whoever wins it gets the fight with Ngannou, and then the winner of that gets the main title and the interim title goes away. So Ngannou's the champion, ranked first is Cyril Gane, and them 2 will fight each other probably in December. Ranked second is Stipe Miocic, former champion. 3rd is Derek Lewis. 4th is Curtis Blades, who Derek Lewis laid out like a light not so long ago. 5th is Alexander Volkov. 6th is Jorginho Rosenstruck. 7, Shamil Aburakimov. Apologies for that. 8, Marcin Tybura. 9, Augusto Sakai. 10, Chris Dockhouse. 11, Walt Harris. 12, Blagoy Ivanov. 13, Tom Aspinall. 14, Sergei Spivak. 15, Sergei Pavlovich. Now that's the problem with the heavyweights, is the most fun division because they're heavyweights. You get hit by one, you usually go to sleep. But there is only like maybe 5 or 6 that you actually want to watch. Outside of the first 5 or 6, there's nobody that you'll really know of. I couldn't tell you what Chris Dackhouse looks like. I wouldn't know. Anyway, let's get to the pound for pound division, guys. This is like the overall division. Ranked number 1 is John Jones. Some of us agree with that, some of us don't. I don't currently because he hasn't fought in a couple of years. Second is Kamaru Usman. 3rd is Israel Adesanya. 4th, Alexander Volkanovski. 5, Francis Ngannou. Now bear in mind, John Jones hasn't fought in about 18 months. All these other guys have fought 2 or 3 times. Yeah, they're not like anything crazy. 5, Francis Ngannou. 6, Dustin Poirier, who just beat Conor McGregor twice, yet he's down card to step up. So Gaethje needs a fight and he needs to win in order to stay in the pound for pound top 15. He needs a fight anyway in general. But that's our UFC rankings, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and let me know your thoughts. Who are your favourite fighters? Which fights are you looking forward to? I'll be honest, I'm really looking forward to Cyril Gane taking on Francis, and also Izzy